Hola, 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 Bafethu. We're back again. We're back again. Football is back as well. It's Dibalen Football Channel. It's Kaizer Chiefs Football Channel. Yeah, if you are new in the channel, I would like to encourage you to subscribe to our channel and let us participate. Let us have conversations. Like I promised, I said I'm going to respond to comments about, the wrap-up, the transfer wrap-up of Kaizer Chiefs. But we are from an international break, an interesting one. South Africa drawing 0-0 with Zimbabwe. And then at home we beat Ghana 1-0 and sweet 1-0, but a game that I think we should have won by more than one goal, and we should have won it from the first half. I mean, we dominated the game, we dominated ball possession, and Bafana Bafana was a bit organized, man. Not a bit, in fact, was organized. I saw an organized team. Other people might have complaints, might have their views there and there, but I think we deserved to win against Ghana, and we didn't play well against Zimbabwe. But we deserve to win against Ghana. But Kaizer Chiefs football is back, and we are playing Mamelodi Sundowns on the 12th, like I said. But I promised that on the wrap-up, I'm going to respond on the wrap-up, on the transfer wrap-up of Kaizer Chiefs. And a lot of you commented, and there's interesting comments, of course, and I think we need to speak about them. The first comment that I want to speak about is Thabo Themba. Thabo Themba, he says on the response when I was saying I would like to hear exactly what you think about the transfer, how Kaizer Chiefs performed in the transfer window, what we were promised and what we have right now. Do you think we can go forward, can win things, And I mentioned a lot of stuff, about players that are not playing current and players that are playing currently, my concerns. And and as usual, Themba D says, unlike the other 14 teams, Kaizer Chiefs had no time to recruit and sign more players than they did. At least Chiefs as a team now, thanks to the management. Another transfer window will open again December, January, and we can sign a striker. Let us be constructive. That's what it says. And personally, you think Kaizer Chiefs did well? Did better than Kaizer Chiefs didn't have time compared to other teams. I don't know what does that mean. I think we had time enough. I don't know what does that mean that we didn't have time enough compared to the other 14 teams except Bloemfontein and Celtics, because we knew that our transfer ban is ending. I think it was July. We always knew, and we could sign players even before that. We could sign players, we could negotiate with players and agree with players, and only officiate it and make it official after the transfer ban has been lifted official. But to say we did well in the transfer, I agree. I think we did well in the transfer. We have a team, we have a solid team, we have a team that is reliable, and we have a team that we can trust. To be honest, each and every game now that Kaizer Chiefs approaches, I think we stand a chance to win, stand a chance to compete. We're going to play against Mamelodi Sundowns. We stand a chance to compete against Mamelodi Sundowns. And the comment that we need a striker, Andy Caesar also says Chiefs needs a lethal striker. Motibang Sikhobane says we need a striker. So I think there's a general consensus that we need a striker. Personally, I think we need another striker. Of course, we need a striker that's more mobile, more dynamic than Nukovic. Someone who can drop, who can come and participate and play with the team, who can move with the tempo of the team when we're moving fast, more especially in transition. Someone that is going to be there in the box. I think we need someone like that. But I don't think we should completely, disregard the fact that there's Nukovic and Castro will come back before the end of the year. And the fact that Nukovic has not failed, to be honest. First season was good, second season was bad for the whole team, and this season is just one game that has been played. I don't know how is he going to improve into the team. But to say we need a striker, I can't say no. I think we do need a striker. And then Vuyo Pai says, I agree with you, Baleni. Mr. Baxter left a team in a mess 5 years back without any development players in the team. That is not a good, club culture. I agree. I also agree. It's not a good club culture. It looks like Stuart Baxter does not believe in development, and that's our concern with Kaizer Chiefs, because when he leaves, he's going to leave old players in the team, and development is one that can, sustain, longevity of the team, can sustain the performance of the team. So him releasing a lot of young players is really a concern to me. It's really a concern to me, Because 5 years back when he left us, after he had left the team, really, many players were old, experienced. Some players left. We didn't have players in the development, from the development. We didn't have players, young players in the team. And that's my concern. That's my concern, Bravuyo. That's my concern. And then, I mean, look at now, look at, I mean, Bafana game right now. We have, I mean, Blom participating there. It's from development, thanks to Gavin Hunt and thanks to Athazan and thanks to, you know, Smith and Top, that Blom is there. You saw him when he came in, his impact. I thought it was a bad change by Hugo Bros. And then, I mean, to remove Pesitao and put Njabulo Blom, but look at his impact, and you can rely on Kaizer Chiefs development. We can see the boy. I'm very proud of the boy, how he has done for himself. I mean, came as a right back. When he was converted into the midfield, a lot of people said, yeah, where is he going, and all that. In fact, in Bafana game, substituted Tau, he became a winger. That's how versatile he is. Play as a midfield, play as a right back, now could play as a winger. I mean, a more player playing more forward. So I'm very proud of him. Very proud of him. Did very well. That's what development can do. And Stuart Baxter should not come and mess up with development of Kaizer Chiefs. And then Sipom Keys, do you think Tabotel will sign for Kaizer Chiefs? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think Kaizer Chiefs. You know, Kaizer Chiefs, I think we should forget about Tabotel, forget about Sipom Bule, forget about Tebo Mkwena. That's we should know better by now how Kaizer Chiefs behaves when it comes to transfers, how they chicken out on players that are good, and then we're only going to live to regret later on. So I don't think we're going to sign Tabotel. Apparently, he does not have a team now. I doubt it. I doubt a player like him could, I mean, will not have a team. I doubt. And then Sipo says, Sean Fate, it has been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time, bruh. It's been a long time. There's complications, but now and then I make sure I come back. Manda Lutuli, Baxter is useless. How can you bench Njabulo Blom and Njabulo Ngcobo, Sbu Mabiliso Tawane Dube? Baxter must not be afraid of senior players. New players should be given an opportunity. This is favoritism. And Temba replies and says these players will be gradually integrated to the team. We must be patient. Yes, they will be integrated into the team. That's one thing that I'm sure of. That's one thing I have faith in. It's not going to be easy for them to just come in and already they are starting. But we're speaking about national team players. Njabulo Ngcobo, national team player. You saw when he entered against Ghana. I think he was substituted, entered in for Mval. You saw his passes, saw his confidence. You can see this is quality player. Quality player. He played in the middle, played as a midfield, could spread passes. In fact, if you want to summarize the game against Ghana, a long pass from Njabulo Ngcobo to Njabulo Blom, and then the rest is history. That's how I summarize the Bafana game. So Njabulo Ngcobo not playing in Kaizer Chiefs and playing in Bafana is a concern. Dube being called for Bafana not playing Kaizer Chiefs is a concern. So favoritism, the question of favoritism is who's pushing favoritism? Is it Hugo Bros pushing favoritism, or is it Hugo Bros pushing favoritism, or is it Stuart Baxter pushing favoritism? I don't know, but I think Hugo Bros is in the line. Is doing the right thing, and I don't know about Stuart Baxter. I think though, Temba is a point. Let's give it time. I mean, it's only been one game, and then Sipiwa Suncha says great signings for Chiefs, but we did not need to release too many players. We need 2 or 3 teams to compete in all competitions. And Sundowns as an example. And the fact that we need depth in the team. Yeah, Spiwa is correct. We need depth in the team. We need solid team. When one player is injured, we should have options outside. But Mutibang's response also is correct. Mutibang's response says, having a huge squad will bloat the team and too many players will be unhappy and stuff like that. So my view is that we should find a balance. We shouldn't have released so many players. Personally, I think we shouldn't have released so many players. We should find a balance. We should look like we want to compete. Yes, look at Mamelodi Sundowns. Yes, some players are not happy. That's the nature of football. Not all players will be happy, but we need to have depth. We need to have depth, and more especially if we are going to compete for each and every competition. Kaizer Chiefs needs to win something. We can't rely on one team the whole season. That will be suicidal for the team. That would be suicidal for Stuart Baxter. You know how we were frustrated when Stuart Baxter was coaching here. Always we sink at. We were very frustrated. We don't want those kind of things. We need options in that team. And I don't think we should have released everyone. But I don't think we should keep everyone. That's impossible. To keep everyone is impossible as well. So we should find a balance. And Njabulo Ngcobo says to have players in the national team, but their bench at Kaizer Chiefs, it shows favoritism. It's a favoritism question. That is what I asked. Says the question that I asked is, who's pushing favoritism between Stuart Baxter and Hugo Bros? Who's pushing favoritism? It could be that because other people said, why are Kaizer Chiefs players called when they are not playing in their national in their team? You know, other fans of other teams, which is a genuine question. The players are not playing in their teams. Orlando Pirates players are playing in their teams, but they're not called in the national team. Kaizer Chiefs players are not playing in Kaizer Chiefs, but they're called to the national team. It's a huge, question of favoritism. But I think, with time, Kaizer Chiefs players are going to play, but we are looking at it. But there's comments that I enjoyed the most. I think Dumisani Shabangu says to say players that are to Dumisani Shabangu and who said and Temba. So you guys are raising a good argument about us being constructive in our critique of the team, and us being we must be sensitive. We must not just kill the spirit of the team to say they are benched by Mato and Cardoso, and then they are sitting there on the bench and stuff like that. We must be sensitive. Yes, I agree, we must be sensitive, and we must not kill the spirit of the team. Of course, we are fans of Kaizer Chiefs. After all, we are fans of Kaizer Chiefs. We are not neutral. I'm not a neutral, football analyst. No, I'm not that. I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan. So my duty as a fan is to motivate the team and to push towards the success of the team. And I agree with that. But we must be critical at some point about the club. Must be critical about decisions that are made. It shouldn't be that because we support Kaizer Chiefs, we must support everything, even decisions that we don't agree with. That's the nature of being fans. That's the culture of fans, that when we don't agree, we must engage, we must express our emotions. These players are professional players. I don't think we can kill their morale by saying they're on the bench. But of course, we support them. We want to see them there. We support the whole group. Personally, I support the whole group, those in the bench and those that are outside the bench. There are players that are on the bench that are playing a huge role while on the bench. Players on the bench that are playing a huge role. And then, Piwa Suncha also had to say great signing for Manchester United. I think, Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know. I heard that City didn't want Cristiano Ronaldo, which I don't know how. Every team would be happy to have Cristiano Ronaldo. But I don't think Manchester United is going to go anywhere, my friend. I'm a Chelsea fan. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not going to take Manchester United anywhere. If Manchester United wants to do something, they must fire Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and move forward. The same as Arsenal. Arsenal signed players, even though they're not so big names, but it's promising players. They used money more than any other team in this transfer window. But with Mikel Arteta, they're not going anywhere. Look at Chelsea, my man. Not too many signings, just 2 signings, but you can see we're competing for something. So, for me, thank you very much for the comments. We're going to do previews with the games against Mamelodi Sundowns, and we'll continue having a conversation. Andy Sizwa, Lungelo, Mutibang, Dumisani Shabangu, Sipho Mkhize, Mandla Luthuli. Thank you very much. All appreciated. Everyone who's in the comment section, all appreciated. Otherwise, Dibalen Football Channel, Kaizer Chiefs Football Channel. Football from the fans' perspective is love and peace.